Good morning. I'm excited that you can join me today for this exciting topic. Today we're going to be talking about the Trusted Wireless Environment Framework and ultimately how to avoid 6 top known or well-known Wi-Fi threats out there. Wi-Fi security is widespread and relatively unknown to the general public. Unfortunately, I myself I think it was about 2004, I was joined a wireless network without encryption and someone else was sniffing my traffic. Believe me, it was not a fun experience. Some of you on today's session might have had similar experiences. And when that happens, it becomes personal to you. How can we address that from your business, protecting your business or your customers? At WatchGuard, we're trying to change this lack of knowledge on Wi-Fi security and educate people through the Trusted Wireless Environment Framework. So hopefully you learned something through the few minutes that we'll spend together. And we'll go ahead and kick things off. So as we look at the messages on Wi-Fi security, they have been very confusing. For instance, Meraki has a marketing claim that the Air Marshal Wi-Fi security protection continuously scans and protects against security threats. This would indicate that you would be fine by turning it on, and it would do 3 different activities. The first one would be that it would classify and filter those attacks. Second one would be that it would shoot down rogue access points and have that ability to view forensic data. However, if you actually look at the published documentation, look at the fine print, there's actually a warning about enabling Air Marshal. It says, as containment renders any standard 802.11 network completely ineffective, extreme caution should be taken to ensure that containment is not being performed on a legitimate network nearby. And action should only be taken as a last resort. If you read in the news, you saw that Marriott a few years ago was actually fined quite a bit of money by taking down their neighbor's access point, and it becomes an FCC violation. So this gives a very mixed message, and network administrators actually feel that they could get in trouble by activating this. Believe me, as a former network administrator for a school district, I wouldn't want to be caught in this situation and be fined by the FCC. So the industry has been focused more on density, coverage, range, and speed, leaving the security message almost completely ignored. There's a real problem in the market as companies of all sizes are vulnerable to 6 categories of well-known Wi-Fi related attacks. So the first one is a rogue access point, and that ultimately allows attackers to bypass perimeter security. So with WatchGuard, we have the firewalls that protect the perimeter. However, if there is ability to put in a rogue access point, either through a USB, you see some of those latest access points on the market. They're basically a USB drive that someone can just sneak into the back of a computer and spin up that rogue access point. The second one is an evil twin access point. It lures users to connect to it as to spy on traffic, steal data, and infect systems. And if you haven't seen that, I've done a pineapple hack demo where I can all of a sudden lure your access point or your device onto my access point that's a malicious access point, simply because your device is sending out beacons and looking for different access points. For instance, your phone might say, I'm looking for GoGo Internet. Am I able to see GoGo Internet? The pineapple would then take that and emulate GoGo Internet, and all of a sudden you might find yourself or your device connected to GoGo Internet, and even though you're not 20,000 or 30,000 feet in the air in an airplane, GoGo Internet is available, and that's because someone is hacking you. So just make sure that you're aware of the security vulnerabilities out there and how to protect yourself. And certainly the Trusted Wireless Environment Framework is a great starting point for that. Then we have the neighbor access point. Risks infection from connecting to another SSID while in range of the authorized access point. We also have our rogue client delivers malware payloads to the network after connecting to malicious APs. We have the Ad-Hoc network, which uses peer-to-peer connections to evade security controls and risk exposure to malware. And certainly, not least, we have misconfigured access points, open networks to attack as a result of configuration errors. Now, if you only have one access point, this probably isn't going to be an issue for you, but some of my customers have thousands of access points, and all of a sudden, you have one access point that deviates from the norm, it's misconfigured, and voila, you have a security vulnerability. So companies are responsible for enabling a trusted wireless environment. And a trusted wireless environment is a framework for building a complete Wi-Fi network that is fast, easy to manage, and most importantly, secure. And as I previously mentioned, the security of that is oftentimes overlooked by businesses, whether it's a small business, a medium-sized business, or even maybe a distributed enterprise with multiple sites on there. So a trusted wireless environment can be broken into 3 criteria pillars with different product sets on the market. You should never be forced to compromise security for good performance. So that's number 1, market-leading performance. Number 2, scalable management. A trusted wireless environment should be easily able to scale from the smallest deployment, so one access point, to the largest multi-site network through a single interface, a single pane of glass, without the need for additional controllers on premise. And number 3, verified comprehensive security, and that is ultimately the crux of the message of trusted wireless environment. A trusted wireless environment needs to provide automatic protection from those 6 known Wi-Fi threats, as I just discussed. It also needs to provide a legitimate external access point to operate in the same airspace to exist peacefully, to avoid those FCC fines. It also needs to restrict network users from connecting to unsanctioned Wi-Fi access points. So, do you ever wonder why your Wi-Fi vendor's claims aren't verified with Wi-Fi security testing? So, as you look at maybe you have a competitor from WatchGuard and you're thinking about your own environment, whether or not you meet those criteria of the trusted wireless environment framework. And as you look about or think about your manufacturer and think why they haven't verified that with Wi-Fi security testing, why is that? A, it might have been too difficult for them. B, too expensive. Or C, maybe the results don't support the claims. Or D, all of the above. And the correct answer is D, all of the above. And that is ultimately until today. Now, at this point, you might be asking yourself, what has actually changed with that? So Wi-Fi independent testing has not existed on the market until now. You'll see this in the first of its kind report from Miercom on Wi-Fi security testing, where we've tested Aruba security, Cisco Meraki and Ruckus were tested against these 6 known Wi-Fi threat categories, and then a 7th concurrent threat category where all 6 of those were combined and executed at once. Now, as you can see here, we have a table from Aruba, Cisco Meraki, and Ruckus, and each one of those 6 well-known threats, we've taken them, and it's either failed, passed, or non-applicable, and then as well as looking at that concurrent threat. So as I said previously, one of the pillars of a trusted wireless environment is tested, verified, comprehensive security. At WatchGuard, we're happy to report that it is now available. As I mentioned, independent testing and verified Wi-Fi security has not existed until now. With Miercom, Wi-Fi or WatchGuard has strategically defined all of the necessary criteria and test cases to make sure that Wi-Fi security testing exists now on the market, and it's fair, vendor agnostic, and that it's repeatable. Specifically, we've worked to define detailed test cases for 14 Wi-Fi attack vectors and group them into 6 threat categories that represent the most common Wi-Fi threats out there. We defined the threats used in the test, the infrastructure utilized, switching, network, cabling, you name it, everything defined in a way to ensure that the tests are repeatable, accurate, and of course fair. We defined the configuration for attack tools like the Wi-Fi pineapple that I discussed, infrastructure, client devices, traffic type and generation, and all the RF monitoring tools to make sure the spectrum was clear and clean for repeatable, fair, and accurate measurements. Armed with these clearly defined cases, independent testing company Miercom has done something the Wi-Fi industry has never seen before. They've issued a Wi-Fi security report that compares product efficacy against the 6 known Wi-Fi threat categories and illustrates the hidden security deficits with many Wi-Fi solutions. So again, we have the table. We can see the WatchGuard AP420. All 6 of those categories has been able to pass those tests, and then the 7th concurrent as well, making it one of the only ones, making it the only one to be able to pass all of those tests. So in this Wi-Fi security report by Miercom comes eye-opening realizations for many businesses that they do not have adequate Wi-Fi security protection. Our message today is to protect your business, and we'll talk through how to build a trusted wireless environment. So security and performance is at the core of everything that WatchGuard does, bringing over 21 years of experience with our UTM appliances, and now today expanding into a whole new product line in our secure cloud managed Wi-Fi solution. We paid careful attention to secure cloud managed solution by WatchGuard to make sure it provides the best performance and security for businesses of all types and sizes. So as a reminder, let's remember that to build a trusted wireless environment, 3 criteria pillars must be met. Market leading performance is number 1. Performance can't be delivered at the sacrifice of security. So again, as we look at data sheets, everything is driven towards those throughput numbers. However, what is actually the security behind it? So make sure that you pay careful attention to that. And number 2, scalable management. Again, maybe you only have one access point, or perhaps your business has growth and all of a sudden you need to expand to thousands of access points. The solution needs to be able to expand seamlessly through a single interface for you. And then number 3, verified comprehensive security to prove automatic protection against the 6 Wi-Fi threat categories to allow legitimate external access points to operate peacefully in the same airspace and restrict users from connecting to those unsanctioned Wi-Fi access points. So WatchGuard's secure cloud managed Wi-Fi solution meets these 3 criteria pillars with its patented Wi-Fi wireless security. It's the only hands-off automated wireless intrusion prevention or WIPS system with low false positives on the market. As a cloud management platform that scales from the smallest size network to the unlimited size network with no additional infrastructure necessary beyond the access points. It also contains business-driven analytics to track anonymous information like location of devices or footfall, dwell time, repeat visitors, and even interaction with social media with no third-party requirements. WatchGuard's secure cloud managed Wi-Fi even includes powerful engagement tools for guest Wi-Fi interaction, using captive portals and campaigns to interact with visitors using social media, video, polls, and more. Now, the other important part of that is that traditionally access points have come out of technology's budget. However, if we can tie into social media and grab our customers' information, their email addresses, their social media profiles, and we can put those in a database for your marketing teams, now we can start to tie into marketing budgets as well to provide additional funding for access points. So let's start with the most criteria pillar for a trusted wireless environment, the verified comprehensive security. You'll see from the Miercom certified security report that WatchGuard Secure Cloud Management Wi-Fi is the only solution to automatically detect and prevent the 6 well-known Wi-Fi threat categories at the same time while maintaining performance. It supports automatic detection and prevention of rogue access points and rogue clients. It automatically blocks endpoints from communicating over ad hoc Wi-Fi connections, and it automatically prevents connections to evil twin access points and dangerous connections to misconfigured access points, such as private SSIDs without encryption. The second criteria pillar for a trusted wireless environment is scalable management. WatchGuard's secure cloud-managed Wi-Fi solution meets this criteria with its unique hierarchical-based tree structure. In the Wi-Fi cloud, there's no physical controller on-premise required. It's hosted in a secure public cloud by WatchGuard security professionals. This features a system of folders that could represent geographical locations, customers, or even individual floors of buildings where you can upload floor plans and configure access points by dragging and dropping them on the floor plan. This hierarchy of folders allows policy configuration, visibility, reports, and task scheduling to be defined at top levels and inherited automatically by child folders beneath them. Or if you'd rather, you can actually break the inheritance to individually create custom policies at specific levels. This allows for 24/7 WIPs and Wi-Fi access, even with the loss of internet connectivity to the Wi-Fi cloud. Last but certainly not least, the final criteria pillar for a trusted wireless environment is market-leading performance. WatchGuard has a full line of access points to protect businesses indoors, outdoors as well. Models have been designed to fit businesses of all different sizes and types to satisfy requirements of light density, medium density, and even high density usage. The WatchGuard Cloud also offers additional marketing value to businesses, specifically with the ability to interact with your guests over interactive captive portals, authenticating them via popular social media networks, email, videos, polls, surveys, and a whole lot more. The authenticated user information, as I mentioned, is then available for marketing departments to understand their users, such as age, gender, languages spoken, etc. Also, the Wi-Fi cloud incorporates local-based services to triangulate the location of client devices, offering sales managers, business owners, and marketing teams the ability to visualize where people are and how often they are in certain areas of their floor plan, which offers businesses a great alternative to expensive, problematic optical base camera systems for counting people. As I mentioned, one of the easiest ways to describe the importance of this is if I had a car dealership and I had access points throughout the lot, I could actually see what or where customers were spending their time, minivans versus trucks, and get a visual picture on my customers and their interests. You'll find the Wi-Fi location-based analytics will be much more accurate and much more richer than those optical-based systems. The Go mobile app actually allows administrators to easily manage networks and create splash pages on the go with any mobile device. So if you wanted to focus on latte art of the day for your coffee shop, you could actually take a picture a day and simply upload it and change that splash page. Every access point available from WatchGuard requires an access point management subscription, and our Wi-Fi security packages are defined to meet needs of specific businesses. So from right to left, basic Wi-Fi is for smaller deployments with lightweight Wi-Fi access points, and it's managed by the Firebox Gateway Wireless Controller. Moving on, we have the secure Wi-Fi that's managed by the Wi-Fi Cloud and includes the wireless intrusion prevention system feature set necessary to meet the trusted wireless environment criteria. And then total Wi-Fi is also managed in the Wi-Fi cloud and then includes the additional captive portal engagement tools and location-based analytics. So the best way to get started in building your trusted wireless environment is to head to WatchGuard.com or talk to your local authorized WatchGuard reseller and ask them to demo the Wi-Fi cloud or take it for a test drive, which is available for free for 30 days in our evaluation program. So with that, I wanted to thank you for your time and attention. I really hope you learned something from this presentation today and help spread the message and awareness around Wi-Fi security, specifically the need for a trusted wireless environment framework. Now, if you are interested in future sessions of doing hacking and how to stop those hacks, let us know in the comments, raise your hands. Let us know. We will be glad to schedule how we can actually use these access points to block some of these threats, as I mentioned. And if you haven't checked it out, make sure to check out youtube.com/WatchGuardNW for our WatchGuard Northwest YouTube channel. On there, I also do some hacks with a pineapple and how to block them, specifically how to grab PayPal credentials using HSTS bypass, and some more fun things on there. So make sure to check it out. And until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next Firebite session.